Hello everyone and hello Robin. My name is Justin. Today I would like presentation about Jetstar Airway that based on price elasticity. So before I comment my presentation, I would like to introduce some content that I will cover on the presentation. So first is background of the company. Second is define the problem and approach the problem. Third is research design. The next is ethic issue. The next step is data analysis and the result. And the last one, conclusion and recommendation. The background company. Jetstar is the company that owned by Qantas Group. The mission of the company is providing the lower cost of the flight to the customer that could fly more often and convenient to the passenger to select the similar service that offer the same destination. As, as everyone might know that Jetstar is the bigger airline that offer the lower cost in the Asian continent. Define a problem. What is define the problem? Define the problem is the key point that we have to identify of the statement. In this report of Jetstar, will demand of the customer affect the price if the price increase by $100 from Melbourne to Bali? So where it is increase or decrease? Before we can analyze the statement, we have to understand four main factors, which is define the factor, research question, research objective, and hypothesis. With those four factors, it will include with 5 Ws such as who, what, when, where, why, or how. Those 5 questions, we identify each of the processing steps to analyze the report. So who mean the person that research need to get the information from. For example, friend, family, or people that they might know, or maybe customer of the Jetstar. What kind of the research objective and where will the research start? With the Jetstar issue, the research will based on Holmesland Chexton. And also when we research make decision, this means from the starting point to the finishing point. And last one is how would research extract information that already collected. Next step is research design. There are three elements on research design, which are qualitative research or focus group, quantitative research, survey, and secondary data. Qualitative research is the research that based on the activity face to face with the participant that will take around 10 to 15 minutes, depend on how many questions that they will ask to the participant. And in this research, qualitative research, we choose 8 participants to involve and also the qualitative research will do at Homestead Learning Commons. Qualitative research or survey. Researcher will design the question and link with e-survey that participant can access the link through to the Facebook, and participant can answer the question with the option that have provided by researchers. Secondary data. Secondary data is the information that we get from relevant website, for example, IBS World, ABS, or EBSCO. Those type of the information are useful in order to analyze the report. The next step is ethic issue. Ethics may involve all the steps in research, but researchers need to respect to participants, no entry or harmful, and also participants to need to uh, need to make agreement with researchers, as the research as the as participants will not get any benefit from researchers, but this may be help research to gain more knowledge and ability on research. The next is data analysis and the result. In this research, we're using SPSS system to analyze the data from e-survey. As SPSS will result with the statistic or graph depend on what you want SPSS result to you. The result that cover on this research will focus on participant agreement, current occupation, type of traveler, customer reaction, and the last one, additional fee reaction when purchase the flight. Why I choose participant agreement? Participant agreement is important question, and the first question that we have to ask in the survey question. If the participant not agree with to join, we cannot collect the information from those participants. The next is current occupation. Current occupation is important to the price elasticity. For example, if we compare student and business work, is absolutely different. If we look through back, if student they travel from Melbourne to Bali, they probably looking for the cheaper flight. Rather than business work, they're not concerned about any price. And the next step is type of travelers. We have to understand what type of traveler from Melbourne to Bali that is the most important factor that we could make the price change or could not make the price change for those type of the people. Like for example, people travel like a solo trip, so they might looking for the cheaper flight in order to sorry, they might looking for the cheaper price because they think if they just choosing the higher price, the budget might be short, or maybe they change to looking at other price that may be cheaper. Customer reaction. Customer reaction is how likely customer feel when their price increase. As this research, we based on the people how they feel with the Jetstar when they increase the price by $100 from Melbourne to Bali. And the last one is additional fee reaction when purchase the flight. How many percentage that people like to pay the extra fee on their flight? It absolutely no one is gonna be pay for the extra fee on their flight because they saying if it's compulsory for them to pay, it is not, because if they just want to make something like a travel from Melbourne to Bali, they need to make their plan, so they have the certain amount of the money that how much they could spend during their trip. So if the price increased on the flight, they probably looking at other flight or destination beside their Bali. The last point is recommendation. So for the recommendation on this research, I will base on customer reaction, how likely they are when they increase the price. So the Jetstar should look through to the customer reaction. The next step is check the customer satisfaction on current customer, economic factor between Australian and Indonesia, competition in the market, for example, Tiger Air. And the last one, create a package that might advantage for Jetstar to increase the price. So they can create like a package that join with the hotel or tour. So they can like put the flight in that package. So they might increase the price. So the customer might not concern about that because all the price have been matched up all together, like combination. All right. So now I finished my presentation and thank you for your listening and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.